Hello all and welcome to week 6 of our pre-calc online learning. So week 6 is going to be our last week of new material and I guess graded material for the year. So it goes by fast. It's been a heck of a year, that's for sure. So this is our last week, like I said, of actual graded material, but then I will post week 7 and week 8. I probably won't post a video for those, but I will post materials for you to work on as what Mr. McDonald calls enrichment activities. So if you're going on to Calc next year at the college level or going on to AP Calc, kind of a must that you take a look at those. I mean, there's a few sections that we still haven't got the chance to look at that I'm going to post in in week 7 and week 8. So we're going to finish up chapter 12. So we're going to go 12.3, which has day 1, day 2, and day 3. So it has some sections in there. 12.3 is definitely a good one for Calc next year. And then we're going to look at some sections in chapter 9, kind of in those enrichment weeks. So please take a look at those if you're looking on to move on to Calc next year. It's going to be needed for next year, but obviously not graded, so not influential to your grade. So the last week here, week 6, the stuff that will be graded, we're going to move on to 12.2. So I will post the notes and the worksheet for that, and you guys have the bookwork for that, obviously. So that'll be due on Wednesday, and then also on Wednesday is a 12.1 to 12.2 practice quiz. And then the quiz is going to be due on Friday. So Friday the 22nd is kind of our last day of our new material. So that's when it's going to be due. I will be flexible. So if you guys don't get it done by the Sunday is usually our normal date, so if you get it done by Sunday, that's just fine. But we have Friday as kind of our last day, the 22nd, so that's kind of what is going to be on Classroom. So anyways, I'll be flexible with that. So last week here in week 6 of those graded things, I am working on grading those chapter 7 tests. I got through a couple periods, but I do have a couple periods still left to grade, so work with me on that. I'm doing my best I can. I got some stuff I need to finish up. Other than that, grading those tests is kind of time consuming. So once you get back those, or once I return those to you on Google Classroom with the comments and things, you're more than welcome to redo some things. So if you want to resubmit a new scratch sheet of paper or whatever with some corrected answers on those ones that you get wrong, I'll give you some points back on those. That'll kind of be our retake process as much as we can for those summatives. But other than that, that's going to be a 60-point summative, so that's going to be a pretty big influential grade in there for that pass-fail for pre-calc to go on. So, kind of some main things that I want to talk about there. Yeah, so 12.2, more limits this week. And we'll have a quiz on 12.1 to 12.2 this week. It's like one sheet of paper. I think it's like 6 questions. A couple of them have A, B, and C, but they're pretty quick. So that practice quiz and that quiz will be really pretty quick for you, I'm hoping. So for our last couple things to go in the grade book, and then like I said, week 7 and week 8 are optional, but definitely highly recommended if you're going to that calc, that you're gonna need to see some of those skills before you get there next year. That'll be good. So other than that, it's our last week, like I said. It's just crazy. We moved through that pre-calc stuff, and it seems like it went fast, and also it seems like it went slow at some times. So, just crazy how that feels. So, again, if you have any more questions, let me know over email. Like I said, I'm going to be getting that Chapter 7 test in for you, doing my best. I know I've set up a lot of Zoom meetings with a lot of you that have went really well, talking through that Chapter 7 practice test and things. So, if you're going through Chapter 12, which is some new content, if you're struggling with that, let me know. We can set up a Zoom and talk through some of those things if we need. But other than that, hope you guys have a good week, last week in all your classes, and make sure you finish it up and get those passing grades. We'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one.